Oh, look at that. 2 videos in one day. Well, probably 3. I'm going to go on for a while. This is another unscripted vlog where I just ran about something. I don't know how that's going to work. Mainly I wanted to talk about Smallville. I just heard recently that Smallville has already been picked up for season 10. And I can't imagine why. I mean, the show got moved to Friday night death slots because it was doing so bad. Who is still watching this show? I am. I'm not proud of that fact. I'm watching it because there's nothing else to watch Friday nights, and out of obligation, mostly. Sorry, I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. I'm watching it the same way when I watch The Simpsons, like how I watch it. The Simpsons used to be really, really good, like in the 90s and a little part of the early 2000s. And now it's total crap. It is. It sucks. And Fox, you love ending shows. Please end The Simpsons. There's nothing good about it anymore. It's just horrible. And that's what Smallville's become. Because when it first started, it was a great show. And they had great little mythology gags. Like, oh, look, Superboy, or Kara, before she became the real Kara. Some Jor-El thing, I don't know. But there are little gags there you could laugh at. But now it's just fucking ridiculous. They gave him a costume that's like a trench coat and a black shirt with the S, and he's called The Blur. Why? Why? Just, like, I mean, it's so obvious at this point they're straining to not call him Superman, because he can't be Superman in the show. No tights, no flights, none of that good stuff. We'll kind of give him a costume. And the flight thing is really pissing me off. Especially in the last episode. Well, yeah, the last episode they showed. The last new one. And this is spoiler. So, if you haven't seen it, or if you care, go away. Turn off the sound, turn off the vlog, whatever. But in the last episode, the main thing is, Zod got shot because all the Kandorians are human. And Clark used a kryptonite needle to cut himself open and literally bleed into Zod's wounds, and that healed him. Magic blood! Because that's what Superman does, magic blood. Maybe it's because the sun, the way it affects him, I don't know, some bullshit. But at the very end of the episode, Zod has Clark's powers. Like, he's strong, you can tell, has his powers. And he jumps off the roof of the Daily Planet, and he flies! With Clark's blood! So what the fuck? There's no reason Clark can't fly. Everyone else flies. Every Kryptonian who gets powers, Kara flew. And the horrible future we saw when the Kandorians got their powers, they flew. I'm sure others flew, I can't remember. No! There's no reason Clark can't fly. Oh, I talked about it with my roommate, and he brought up a point that apparently Clark's afraid of heights. Alright, that's fine. I guess I can get that as an in-story explanation, but you know, it's just because they don't want him to fly. No tights, no flights. What really gets me, though, is it used to be good. And it can still be good. Like, Absolute Justice with the Justice Society, written by Jeff Johns. There's 2 parts they showed as one movie, and it was really, really good. I mean, it had Hawkman, it had Stargirl, it had Dr. Fate, it had Star Spangled Kid. It was a superhero show. I actually felt for the first time ever watching this show, I'm watching a superhero show. And it's great. They're fighting crime, and they're kicking ass. And Michael Shanks was just perfect as Hawkman. He got the mannerisms down, did kind of a Christian Bale voice, but it worked. And the dynamic between him and Green Lantern was, or not Green Lantern, Green Arrow, rather, was perfect. That's exactly like how it was in the comics. I loved it. I was energized. I was like, yes, this is like watching a real live comic book. That's what the show should be. And then, in the very next episode, magic mind control kryptonite dust. Ah! Bullshit! Like, and that's the big issue I have with the show now. It'll take, like, the giant step forward, and then just get shoved back down the stairs. And it's bullshit! Why is the show still on? Why is it gonna get a 10th season? Who's gonna come back? I mean, fucking Michael Rosenbaum left, like, 2 seasons ago, because he knew it was shit. What's Kristen Krug? Lana Lang, I can't pronounce her real name, but she left, and no one was sad about that, because at that point she was just annoying. Tom Welling, of course, is going to be back, because they found a dump truck full of money to put it in front of his house again, and he's a co-executive producer. I don't know who else is going to be back, or why, but yeah, 10th season. And I don't know why, so this is my countdown. This is my TNA Impact. I don't know why I watch the show, but I still do. And when I get excited for it, like when I get really excited, I get let down. The Doomsday episode from last season, yeah, like I was waiting for it. I was really happy. This was Doomsday, yeah! Bit too early, but still, he's not computer generated. He's a guy in a suit. Suit looks good from what I saw the teaser. I'm just can't wait for it. Then, of course, they cut the episode to show fucking football, and I was pissed, really fucking pissed, because I was looking forward to that. So then I cut the rerun when they finally showed it again, and I was pissed again, because this is it. This is what I got my hopes up for. It was really fucking lame. Doomsday was barely in it. And then, at the end of that season, they took care of him in the most half-assed way possible. So, like, even if Clark, when he finally becomes Superman, and that's how they have to end the show, has to be Superman, well, who's he got left to fight? Like, what are they going to do? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to watch next season. I think I'm done with it. Of course, I say that now, but I'll be back. I know I will. It's like my friend Ryan brought up a really good analogy for this. It's kind of like being in an abusive relationship. You're sitting there and you're trying to be loving and caring for this show, and it's just smacking you around. So eventually, you're at the doorway, standing there, and you're gonna like, no, Smallville, I'm gonna go stay at my mother's. And Smallville's like, oh, please, baby, come back. Please, I can change. Like, no, you can't. We've been over this. You can't change. And it's better for me if I leave. But no, I'll give him a costume, and I'll let him fly. Really, Smallville? Really, will you do that for me? Yeah, of course I will. And I'll have him wear glasses. And he'll be at the Daily Planet. And I'm just standing by the door, clutching the frame, saying to myself, damn it. And I go back inside. And then 3 weeks later, I'm having to explain to the cops that I ran into a fucking door. I forgot the point I was trying to make. The point is, it sucks. Smallville has been just mediocre to really bad to sometimes really good and then really fucking bad again. Yeah. I mean, if you want to watch it, you can watch it. I'll probably be there watching it too. I'll hate myself for it, but that's the way my life goes. I've rambled on enough. Something else on my YouTube page now, taking up space. Hopefully I'll have video reviews soon for the 5 of you who are watching. That's it for now. Later.